great sages, enlightened personalities, saintly personalities, they create a program, a plan, 7 days dedicated to bringing out the stories of Bhagavat Puran, Krishna's, or Rama, or Shiva. People gather and they listen. All do not assimilate exactly in the same way, but no one goes empty. On the other hand, a philosophical talk given to people, some will assimilate and may assimilate to the full to the brim. But there many may go dry. You start saying the world is Maya. The very fact that you realize everything in this world is highly intelligently planned. Therefore, conclusion, God is all intelligent. But now, if He is all intelligent, why should He create a world that gives so much trouble to so many people? Comes contradiction. Since God is all wisdom, the world, He could not create a world that is a reality. The entire world is illusion, Maya. When we start teaching that, if you have not properly followed Vedanta, many will go dry. What will I do now? The whole world is, He didn't create it. So Katha, I will give some interesting points. Skanda Purana dramatizes. There are 4 types of listeners who are good category, and 4 types of listeners who are in negative category. It's given in an interesting way. Listeners who are come in the category of Chataka bird, a special type of bird that will drink during a special season, what called Swati Nakshatra. Only a special type of raindrop that Chataka drinks. Don't go into exact botanical or biological study. The idea is those aspirants who have such subtle sensitivity that they are listening to the teachings and they grab what is nectarine, the drops of nectar that come through the stories, and they won't miss it. And they are always waiting for it. Another one is Hansa type. Hansa is swan. Swan has that special characteristic of separating water from milk and symbolizes viveka, the discriminative intellect. So in other words, you go into listening to spiritual talks, different stories, but you do not follow everything that you listen to, because there are so many things added along with the teaching. You must separate. Take the milk, don't get diluted with it. Separate the watery aspect. Another one is called Tota, it's parrot type. You When you hear good things, try to remember it. And even though you have not assimilated it, try to go on saying like the parrot. The soul is eternal, immortal. You don't completely understand it, but start going and saying it. Ram, 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 no matter what happens. Fourth one is Matsya type. Matsya is fish. You have developed such wondrous feelings within yourself that when you begin to listen, you have gone deep, have made a dive into the surging waters of wondrous feelings that swirl and go up and down and go undercurrent and at tangents, and fish enjoys it. You swim in a sport in divine sentiments. That becomes the highlight of devotion. You are not living in a world created by fools, you see, dulwits. It's the world of divine plan. And every moment God's presence is there. Without His presence, your mind cannot operate. Your intellect cannot exercise its rationality. Nothing can happen. So no matter from ego's point of view, how miserable you may feel, the divine presence remains intact. Sun shines on, no matter how the clouds may create illusions about the sun. Therefore, if you push the ego away, you can think of yourself bouncing into the ocean of surging divine sentiments, ocean of love. Become a fish. That was elaborated in Matsyavatar. Fish that outgrows the receptacle where it is put. Put the fish into a bucket, by tomorrow it is beyond the bucket. Put the fish into a little pond and it is outgrown the pond. Put it into a river and outgrown the river. And so forth. That's dramatized. Lord Vishnu incarnated as fish. But we must realize all spiritual attainments are incarnations of God. That's how God is incarnating within you, and your soul is essentially divine. Now, adopt these styles, Chataka style, waiting for the right drop to drop into your tongue. Hansa style, ever ready, not to be distracted. Suppose in this story come certain things that are not very rational. Foxes start talking and monkeys start talking. It's a fairy tale. No, should be Hansa type. You don't be distracted by those, but go after what you are receiving. And be Tota type. Even though you have sensitivity, you know this statement is wonderful. You have not grasped it completely. But then keep it on, like the parrot. Understanding will come by and by. Maintain certain quotations in your mind and you go on repeating them. Or, most ideally, become the fish. Jump into the universal presence, ocean-like presence of God, and feel His presence internally and externally.